I'm smiling. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for all of my friends and my fellow community members coming to this great event today. It's always so much fun when we get together to celebrate. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, so I really want to congratulate everybody who's done such a great job to get us here. So this is the official opening of the new home of the Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and it will also celebrate our entire health sciences campus, which, as people know, is more than just this building. We're really especially pleased that New York Governor Kathy Hochul is with us to join in this celebration, and she's a regular visitor to the Southern Tier, so it's great to have her here for this. We've got a lot of people that I'd like to introduce and thank for their support for this project. Senator Fred Akshar, Assemblywoman Donna Lupardo, Johnson City Mayor Greg Deemy, kind of our landlord on this project, Broome County President and co-chair of the Southern Tier Economic Development Council, Kevin Drum, Broome County Community College President. And I think Kate Madigan is here, who's the chair of our University Council, and many board members of the Decker Foundation, the Clifford and Florence Decker Foundation, who the College of Nursing and Health Sciences is named after, and has been a critical partner in this project throughout the construction and the outfitting of this building. We also have some representatives from the general contractors who've done an amazing job renovating this old building that used to be a shoebox factory and turning it into a state-of-the-art nursing college, as well as a place for our physical therapists, occupational therapists, and speech and language pathologists will be trained. And we really want to thank UHS, who's been working as a close partner on this project and everything else in Johnson City. And I want to thank CEO John Carrig, who's here, as well as Kathy Connerton from Lourdes Hospital System. They've been great partners, and they will continue to be partners in everything that we do here. Even though they're a little bit of competitors, they are both on the same team when it comes to Binghamton University, and we appreciate that. These buildings don't just pop up in the air and you come in for a ribbon cutting. The amount of effort to redesign and to take this building from what it was to what it is today took a lot of creativity and a lot of hard work. Just the concept of the whole health sciences campus, I really think I've got to credit Vice President Don Neiman for his work on this. And then all the operational work, Joanne Navarro, Vice President for Operation, and her staff, who've worked for at least 6 to 7 years on this campus to make sure that this day is as good as it is. And Vice President for Advancement, John Cook, is here, who helps us raise money for all the different things that we have in here. Vice President Brian Rose is here, and of course, he's going to have to worry about all the parking problems that we're going to have here now that we're full and excited. We've got Gloria Meredith, who's the founding dean of our Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences School, and the dean of the college, the dean of the Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Mario Ortiz, here today. So I want to thank all the Binghamton staff and faculty for the efforts that you put behind this. This could not have been done. Could not have been done. And there were times, and I can see Sally and Jasenko back there, the people who managed this project and managed a lot of the money flow in this project. There were some days we said, we're not going to get this done. This may never happen. And then Sally would say, no, Harvey, we'll get it done. It will happen. And it did. It definitely happened. We are really fortunate to have a partner like Johnson City on this project. When I left the state of New York, when I was just a young person, I was gone for about 23 years, 26 years. When I came back to the state of New York in 2006, I said, what the hell happened? Where did everybody go? Where are all the jobs? And what are all these empty, vacant, abandoned buildings in upstate New York? And I said, I think if I'm lucky and if I have the right kind of community support behind me, I can make a difference. We can make a difference. And I looked at Johnson City, and I remember the phone call from one of our favorite past senators from the area. And I remember his phone call, and I believe it was on Christmas Eve. I make that up, but it was right around Christmas Eve. And he said, Harvey, it's budget season. What do you need? And I said, we're starting a school of pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences. I need a building. Okay, how much is that going to cost? And I said, Tom, it's going to cost $60 million. He said, $16 million? I said, no, Tom, $60 million. Oh, geez, really? A couple days later, Tom called and said, if it's in Johnson City, it'll happen. And it's in Johnson City, and it's going to happen. And it did happen. So I want to remember back to those days when he was very supportive of that, as well as Don Lepardo, who helped push. Those were big lifts back then. $60 million in one budget was a big push back then. And we did it. It took a couple of years. And all total, we've spent $133 million of state funds in this campus. And we want to thank the governor, who's been here regularly to talk about the progress that we've had here, but also the opportunity that we're creating for people who live in the area, new jobs, new places to work, places to eat, places to go. Johnson City will be transformed, and we know it will be because of the success that Binghamton and the state government had together working on it. Well, I want to introduce our new governor, Kathy Hochul. Kathy has been governor for a short period of time, but she's been our friend for a long period of time. Starting in Buffalo and knowing what the needs of upstate were is critical to understanding this state, and her strength and her energy through economic development issues when she co-chaired all of the regional economic development councils, and I was one of those that she helped co-chair with, and the funding that came to the universities and the centers and the different areas were so important for us to turn things around. So please welcome the 57th governor of the New York State, Kathy Hochul.
Good morning. It is wonderful to be back here amid a sea of green. Harvey, first of all, you are living proof that who our leaders are truly makes a difference. And what you have seen in this community, maybe from your time out of the area, but coming back and your time in Buffalo and now here, you have been the kind of visionary that this area has been crying out for a long time. You saw the potential in this university to take it to a place that decades ago, people when this first started in 1960, 65, people could not have imagined that we are positioned as a world-class university that attracts people and professors and staff and researchers from around the globe to come to this tiny but important community. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Harvey Stanger for his leadership. And yes, I've been here so many times. Please don't tell all the other counties how much time I spend in Broome County. A mother cannot play favorites to her children. These are all my kids. But I also have come to know your extraordinary leaders at the state level as well. And I want to thank people like Donna Lepardo, who's been a champion for everything this community has needed, with a loud and impactful voice, fighting for the cannabis industry, fighting for our farmers to have new opportunities, fighting for our downtowns, fighting for conversion of the library and downtown abandoned retail space into housing. I mean, we have been through so many events together, and I want to thank her for her leadership. You have also had a profound impact on this community. Donna Lepardo. And Senator Fred Akshar, thank him for his passion that he brings to the causes that are important to his district, particularly his fight and the issue of heroin opioid addiction and abuse. Truly a statewide leader. We're going to continue partnering together on that and many other issues. So Senator Akshar, thank you for all you do. I know our county executive is not here. Work closely with Jason Garner, but Mike Ponticello, thank you, our deputy, for being here. I came out of local government, 14 years in a town, and then county government, so I have a special place in my heart for the mayors of small towns. So Greg Deamy, thank you for stepping up and serving as the mayor of this great community. And our pro-host and Mario Ortiz, this place is extraordinary. It is extraordinary. And what a place that people are going to want to be educated, but hopefully stay. We're trying to expand our faculty and try to bring more people here. And you have to give them a beautiful building, and you've accomplished that. And for those who came past this building for decades when it was abandoned, I'm from Buffalo. I know what abandoned buildings look like, but I also know what transformation looks and feels like. And it changes the psyche of a community when you can see a building that was there to make boxes for Endicott Johnson shoes. I mean, globally recognized name. And of course, you don't think about it, but the boxes have to be there for the shoes, and they are made in this very factory. So many of the people in this room have a legacy, a connection to this, because their grandparents may have worked, their older parents, and this is part of the fabric of this community. And to see this conversion into a place that before the pandemic, we knew it was important to have a great nursing school and a pharmacy school and a medical campus, a healthcare campus. But boy, this pandemic taught us something, is that we had to be prepared. We have to have people that have first-rate educations, and we need more of those people. We have been facing shortages, and I was just talking to Harvey about what has it been like here during the pandemic. And I had this vision. After 9/11, we saw so many people that were inspired by the events of that day to become first responders, firefighters, EMTs, police officers, or all those who decided they wanted to fight global terrorism by becoming a member of our armed forces and going over to places like Iraq and Afghanistan. And my question has always been, as I help deal with the upstate response to this pandemic and speaking with so many thousands of people, healthcare workers, hospital leaders, local health departments, Broome County Health Department, thank you for all you did as we set up vaccination sites. I came here to set up the vaccination site. I've had this underlying question. Will this pandemic have the same impact as 9/11 did on inspiring the next generation to want to be part of the helping professions, to help people in their darkest hour, people who are scared and frightened with contracting COVID and unknown what that's going to do for their family and their health, and are they going to survive, and what about their elderly parents and nursing home? This took a toll on the human psyche without a doubt. And it was the healthcare workers who had their own anxieties and their own children and their own parents who were endangered by them putting on a uniform and going into literally the flames of this raging fire. And they did it with such courage. And with every fiber of my body, I'm going to continue thanking them for what they did, the sacrifice. They couldn't dial in. They couldn't do it remotely. They couldn't check out. They had to show up. And I hope that your stories, those of you who are in this noble profession, will inspire others to join, and we need them so desperately. So this is the place they can come. You've created, the timing was perfect for young people looking to say, what do I want to do with my life? How do I want to use my talents? I can come to this incredible place where the smartest and the best minds are working together to teach the next generation on everything from dealing with the pandemic to how we deal with pain management so we don't have another generation of people addicted to prescription painkillers. How many things can we be doing right here on this very campus that's going to have an impact in people's lives and in their communities and ultimately the world? Yes, this is a nice ribbon cutting. It's a great day to celebrate. But I want you to understand the larger framework that I see this as the leader of this state on how this is going to address a critical need that we have right now, and that is educating more people, young and old, to either leave their current profession to come here. There's a program. You can have a different degree and within a year become a nurse. Is that right? Did I get that right, Harvey? That's incredible. We need to get that out for people who've also had the pandemic eliminate their jobs. A lot of people are still floundering. The job they always knew is gone. Why not look at the opportunity to bring back the health of people in need? So that's what this is about. That's why even before, when the decisions were made and we decided to invest the money necessary for this entire campus, which is substantial, but it was well worth it. And also to just continue leading the fight against this pandemic right here on this very campus. And I want to thank everybody involved in this. We are right now in the trying to get vaccinations out to more people. I watch the numbers like a hawk, and I want you to know we have a little work to do here in Broome County, Southern Tier. You got to work with me on this team. I don't have to call you out, but our infection rate in Broome County right now is about 3.2%. It's good. I was in Manhattan yesterday, 0.67%. I mean, there are other parts of the state where people are wearing masks more often, people are getting vaccinated, and all of that is there. We're not in that desperate situation we were a year ago. We didn't even have a vaccine available to us. It is there. And all of us have a moral responsibility to work with others who are hesitant and let them know that we want them to join the ranks of the people who are going to have their health, and that they should do this for themselves and their families. Also, the number of people that are fully vaccinated in Broome County, right now, it's 67% fully vaxxed, 18 and older. Statewide, it's 77.9. And even first doses, we're almost 87% in the state for first doses. We're making a big difference. I need this area to step up for me. We can do this, and we cannot declare victory over this pandemic until we hit higher numbers of people being vaccinated, and then we don't have to worry about masks and all these other restrictions. We can liberate our kids, we can liberate everybody, we can liberate our businesses from any restrictions that are out there, but we're just not there yet, my friends. And so I want to thank everybody for being part of this tremendous story. I'm proud to be here. I also toured the pharmacy school during the pandemic, and thanking the individuals who are literally working so hard day and night to make sure that the vaccines are available, as well as other life-saving illnesses. So this is a high priority for me. And next week, when we hopefully get the good news from the CDC and the FDA that we can get vaccines out to children, I'm going to need everybody here to help explain to parents that this is just like what they did to let their precious babies head off to kindergarten. They've been vaccinated before. This is not a radical concept. And so that's the message we have to get out, so our kids in school can finally be little kids again and just play and not worry about this. The vaccine will give them and their parents that sense of security. So are we in this? We're going to get this done? Yes, we are. Thank you. Thank you very much. And to demonstrate my interest in getting the booster shot, I'm willing to do it right in front of the audience here. As soon as we get the ribbon cutting done, I knew that. So I'm just getting you psyched up to see that I'm going to be, we're going to be doing the ribbon cutting, and then I'll be getting the booster shot as well. So hold on, everybody.
Go above it. Yep. Hold on, Robin. Yep, hold 1 second. Ready? 1, 2, 3.